Then basically you've got the different zones. Now if you go to this area, this is drought tolerant plant. So if you are allowed to stretch, you have 5 people and you want to irrigate 200 square meters, you probably won't be able to do all your lawns. You'll probably be able to do all your garden beds, but at peak summertime you won't have enough water to actually satisfy your lawns, because lawns require about 4 or 5 millimeters a day. And you won't be able to generate if you want over that large area. And these areas are also, the last one is a limit on how much you can actually do. So these tables are available in leaflets in the back that we've produced as a marketing tool for people to use. Now I'm going to go over our systems very quickly. I'm sorry, I'm taking some time, but the key is that 5 years ago I decided, look, we can solve the problem, all this problem, by doing one thing and removing the tank. So having what we call a tankless system. There's no need to have a tank. Your soil is your own tank. If you can divert whatever you're allowed for the day, let's say 400 or 500 liters, and divert it straight into your gardens, that's it. And if something goes wrong or you don't want to divert it, just turn off the power and the water will straight go to sewer. So this is the concept. And we developed that, we patented it in Australia. We have now US patent, and we are running an international patent on the system. And what we call a real-time diverter. All right. Now, the big advantage is that you don't need any more the 530 or 20,000 liter tank on the ground that you need. The footprint is a lot smaller, a lot cheaper. You can transport it here and there, and the technology is there. Now, we do have a little system with a buffer tank, which is actually very popular because of the price, but it's a very, very small tank. And the way we have done it, we have designed it, is that it has a float switch on the bottom, so when water actually gets, it's only on a 1 minute holding, so it only holds 1 minute of water and then dumps it. Anyway, these are our above ground units, so we have quite a few models, and we are actually, the systems are distributed in Australia by what we call ADG. It's a company called ADG Global Supply, and we are just a manufacturer and we provide technical support. Now, these are some of the applications. Basically, this is our tankless system. The big advantage of a tankless system is that, for example, in North Queensland, where all the grey water tanks have been banned, our tankless system is the only approved system there. Why? Because there's no tank. Now, no water goes into this pit. Often people say a pit. Why do you have a pit? Because we have a pump in it. But the pump is what we call a centrifugal pump. It has an inlet and an outlet. So there is actually no grey water going into this tank. The pump works like a vacuum. It's as soon as water comes into the system, it senses that there is water, and it kicks in the pump, and the pumps vacuum the water from the lines and distributes it straight out. If the pump is off, the water will just straight go to sewer. There will be no water going into the pit. These systems are 4 or 5 years old. They're older system. Actually, I think Luke's sister-in-law has a system about 4 or 5 years old, one of our very old ones. And they're just a pump, basically, with a little filter on the wall. It's an outdoor unit. Still, they're working very effectively, no problem. You know, shower comes in, they just pumped out. No big, infrastructure or anything needed. It's basically a real-time diverter. All right. And that's basically the concept. So these are some of the retirement villages we've done. These are some of the resorts we've been able to do. We've sold, I'd say, over 3,000 systems in Australia today. And this is a mining camp in Leonora, where we have over 61 systems. And I'll tell you, this is quite a challenging project, because each home has his own grey water system. Now it's a very, very hot area, and and there is a potential for mosquito problems. So they went with the tankless system there, and they basically, this is the first few months of the camp. Right away it greened it right away, you know. So you actually have instant greening of the camp with just a grey water system per donga. Now the dongas have 4 people, and they're showering 2 to 3 times a day, and they're very dirty. So it is actually a very challenging project. We have 61 unit there, and they're working fantastic. However, about a year ago, they came back to me and they said, it's about 2.5 years now, but they said to me, we're tired of cleaning filters. You know, we had manual cleaning filters, and this was a big problem. They were at it every 2 weeks because they were chock-a-block, and when the filter blocked, it over